Okay, here we go, rational equations. This is essentially, I guess, what it all is coming down to. Okay, we've learned to simplify, add, subtract, multiply, divide, factor. All these tools and tricks and strategies are involved in solving equations, which is ultimately what we come down to. Okay, so all the rules are still the same. We're looking for the lowest common denominator. Okay, we need to find the lowest common denominator. How we solve these is we find that lowest common denominator. You get rid of all the fractions or all the denominators by multiplying every term by the LCD. Okay, that means on both sides. You will see very shortly how that works in practice. The next thing, solve the equation. Okay, you have to solve the equation, which means you have to use the same methods that we've used all the time to solve equations. That means gathering your like terms, grouping the x's, even across the equal sign. Okay, isolating the variable. You want to find x, so you got to make it x equals or y equals or d equals t, whatever. You have to find out what that variable is. And then you will be looking for extraneous roots, which means you have to understand the restrictions, right? And division by 0 is essentially the only restriction. So when we get our answer or answers, we plug them in and check. So let's start with a relatively easy one. There are no variables in the denominator, but we can find the LCD. Pretty confident. Most of you will see that it's 6. Okay, so find the lowest common denominator. Now, multiply every term by that LCD. This is what I mean. 6 times x over 2 plus 6 times 7 over 3 is equal to 6 times 5 over 6. And now we can get rid of those denominators. I've seen many people multiply this out and then try to simplify. I'm trying to show you a little quicker way here. You know that the denominator goes into your LCD. That's the whole point. So let's see how many times. The 2 goes into the 6 3 times, so that just becomes 3x. The 3 goes into 6 2 times, so that just becomes 2 times 7. And then 6, those just cancel, so you got 5. 3x plus 14 is 5. 3x minus 14 is negative 9. And then we divide by 3, so you get x is negative 3. No restrictions. There's no variable on the bottom. Boom. There you go. All right. Now let's have a look at a couple more here. What do we got? Let's start with this one here. Okay, let's look at the LCD. A little kind of weird, this one, because we don't have an LCD. We just have a D. We have one denominator. Well, that becomes our lowest common denominator. And now what we do is we multiply every term by that x. So x times 6 over x equals x times x is equal to plus x times 8. Well, then we can rearrange it, right? Notice that this cancels. So here I have 3x, here I have minus 6, here I have x squared, and here I have 8x. You have a trinomial, a quadratic trinomial. Hopefully you remember that you can actually just solve for x in this case. You don't make it x equals, you actually have to make it equal to 0. And then we find our factors. So let's put it in order. 8x minus 3x is 5x. Minus 6 becomes plus 6. And then we look at factoring this. X, check it out, factor it. Come on, you can do it. Pause it or something, I don't care, but just do it. Plus 3, plus 2. Now, if those both equal to 0, well, what you need to do is you look at, okay, x plus 3 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to negative 3. There's one solution. X plus 2 is equal to 0. That means that x is equal to negative 2. Another solution. You look at your original equation. Does it work? Let's plug them in. Minus 3. That'd be minus a minus. That's 5. That side's 5. Perfect. Works. And the other side would be 6. So that works too. You got to check your answers. Plug them in. Make sure the left side equals the right side. Alrighty. Let's look at a couple more here. Now, these have the same denominator. But look, this one doesn't have a denominator. So our LCD is that common denominator, x minus 4. So I am going to write it out the long way again, okay, just to show you what happens. X minus 4, boom, equals, again, multiply this term by x minus 4. Sorry, I'm just going to get rid of that. X minus 4, multiply by 8 over x minus 4, and then x minus 4 times the 1. So you can see bang and bang, right? So this just becomes 2x equals 8 plus x minus 4. I didn't necessarily have to do this multiplication. You can see that the LCD is there, so just, you don't need it. It's just the tops, right? However, you need to work it out. But understand that if you have the same thing on the top, it's a simplifying thing that we've been doing over and over. And now it's algebra. Bring this x over here. 2x minus x is x. 8 minus 4 is 4. Done. Okay, now we look at our answers. Does it work? X minus 4, 4, 4. You can't use 4. This is extraneous. And since there is no other answer, there is no solution. Okay, the one answer that I got doesn't work because 4 minus 4 is 0. Extraneous root, okay? 2 more, let's have a look. Now, you can hopefully see that you're going to be able to break this down, this little bad boy here, into 2 factors, right? X minus 4, x minus 2, which just happens to be these 2 denominators over here. So your LCD is those 2 denominators. Okay, so now it's going to be x minus 4, x minus 2 times 1 over x minus 4. That's times the first term. Now, I'm taking that LCD, right, and I'm multiplying it by each term. So 1 over x minus 2 equals, and then it's going to be x minus 4 times x minus 2 times 2x over x minus 4, x minus 2. So let's see if we can follow what I've just done here. I've taken the LCD, which is right here, here, and here, and I've multiplied it by each term. This one's here, this one's here, this one's here. I left this one in factored form because you'll see what happens. Now look, gone, 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 gone. That's the whole idea here. What's left? Here, x minus 2 minus, I'm going to put this in brackets, x minus 4 times 1 is just x minus 4. Notice why I put it in brackets? Because I have a negative here that screws everything up, equals 2x. Now, x, let's expand this bracket, minus x plus 4 is 2x. We'll look and see if you can check out what's happening. These x's cancel each other out. Minus 2 plus 4 is 2. 2 equals 2x. That means x is equal to 1. Done. Does it work? Can you put 1 in here? Yes. 1 in here? Yes. 1 in here? Yes. There's your solution. Done. Okay? Tricky, tricky, I know, but not that bad. You guys can do this. I got one more if you want. You want to turn it off, be my guest, but why don't you just give this a shot before I continue and see if you get it right. So x minus 5, x plus 1. Notice again that my LCD is these 2 binomials. I will not write it out the whole way. I'm just going to try and visualize it here for you, okay? Now I'm going to take this entire denominator, okay, the lowest common denominator, and I'm going to multiply it by this first term. Hopefully you can see that the x minus 5's cancel. So it's going to be x times what's left. So it's going to be x times x plus 1 minus. Now the 3 is already there. When I take this and I multiply it by the second term, do you see the x plus 1's cancel? So I'm left with 3 times that x minus 5. So 3 times x minus 5. And then when we take it and multiply it finally by this last term on the other side, I need a pencil that works. I need a pencil that works. Notice they'll both cancel, so I got it equaling 30. So it's not that difficult of a question once you get to this point. It's understanding the LCD and the simplifying and the canceling. All right, so let's check this out. So this is x squared plus x. This is going to be minus 3x plus 15 equals 30. Looks like we're going to have another trinomial. So the x squared's positive. Let's leave it here. X minus, oh, I got a 30 on this side, sorry. X minus 3x is minus 2x. Damn, pencil. And then 15 minus 30 is negative 15 equals 0. And then we factor, right? X, x, see if you can do it. 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 Okay, minus 5 and x plus 3 equals 0. So again, if x minus 5, that means that x is equal to 5. And if x plus 3 is equal to 0, then x is equal to negative 3. These are my two solutions. Let's have a look at the question now. You gotta look at the original question. Gotta look at the original question. Does negative 5 work? Or 5 minus 5 is 0. So this one here, damn it, is extraneous, which means it no worky. This is your only solution. Holy moly, that was painful. Have a wonderful day.